Your experience in a new country is directly correlated to how well you choose your Airbnb and location in this new city. The amount of nomads that I meet that just pick an Airbnb that looks good and don't optimize the actual location and listing is kind of crazy. If you get this right, guys, your whole experience in the country is going to completely change, and the amount of work you're going to be able to get done is going to completely change as well. So I'm going to go through exactly how I choose an Airbnb personally to be able to optimize my experience in the country and overall just workflow as well. So convenience is key, guys. During any stay, I genuinely just optimize for this. This is the main thing. Now, do not want to be wasting time messing about, ordering Ubers or walking large distances, things like that. I want life to be super easy, super quick, so that I can focus on what I need to focus on. Now, the main thing to convenience is location, right? This is the most important thing. If you need to take a little L on your Airbnb, cool, optimize for location. Must be close to the following, and this is in order in terms of what I value. Your order might be different, but overall it's going to look something similar to this. So in terms of what you want to be close to is a good gym, a cafe, a good convenience store, like your biggies, your Circle K's, your Kioskos, a good supermarket, good butcher, a laundry lady, and then your restaurants and your bars. Now, as I said, your list is going to change depending on what you value, but this is what I have in order. I must be closer to the ones in the beginning, the ones at the top here. Now, from there, guys, you want to be just studying Google Maps in terms of the location. Now, if you're heading to a new city and it's your first time, you definitely want to dive in deep here and find out exactly where the best areas are, whether they're safe, whether they're walkable. Do that research. From there, dive in deeper to the map and study inside with the most recommended zones. As I said, you want to pinpoint and save locations you want to be in to optimize for what we spoke about just before. Do your research, right? Like, find out what is the best gym, what are the good cafes, what are the best supermarkets, etc. Like, look at the Google reviews, dive in deep to there, read articles, do anything you can, talk to locals. You need to be able to see what are the better gyms. For example, in Argentina, their gyms are terrible, their supermarkets are terrible. So you want to look out for things like that and just find the best ones to be able to make sure you're not in a location that has shitty one of those things. Now, ideally, you want to be able to walk to everything, so optimize for that. From there, just save Airbnbs in the wish list, and then eventually you can pick the best value and price. Now, things to look out for in terms of the Airbnb itself, like the apartment building itself. Obviously, as I said before, location is the most important thing, but from there, you want to make sure your Airbnb is pretty solid as well. So, location, check the reviews, etc. Make sure it's convenient. Make sure you hear people saying that, this is nearby, it's in a good location, etc. From there, if you're a nomad, if you're someone that works from home or you work online, obviously workspace is pretty important. So looking at the images of the Airbnb, making sure there's a good setup. Ideally, this is hard to come by, but ideally having an ergonomic chair, it's really going to boost the value of that Airbnb. You want to be asking for Wi-Fi speed from the host. Check reviews, make sure there's no complaints on the Wi-Fi. And then this one is, the next thing that I prioritize is a large fridge. I've been in Airbnbs with small fridges that had like this little freezer that was fucking so bad. Make sure you have a freezer and a big fridge. It's just something that I've learned along the lines. Now, aircon, obviously you want aircon. One time I was in Guadalajara, had no aircon. It was like 35, 40 degrees. And I made a mistake by not checking that. For some reason, a lot of apartments in Guadalajara don't have aircon. So just be aware of that. The next thing I'll look out for is a coffee machine. So obviously I'm having coffee every day. If there's not a good coffee machine, it means I have to go to the cafe and buy one every day or buy two every day. Obviously that adds up. If you're budgeting, this is probably something that's going to be pretty important. Having an oven or an air fryer, some places don't, so just making sure it does, especially if you're cooking. Next thing, blackout curtains. This is pretty important to me. And then another thing I'll say is usually I always book 30 days, guys, because it gives me a discount. at that monthly rate, which is just gives you more value as well. I don't like to move around, hop around too much. Minimum monthly stays is what I do, so this works perfect for me. And then from there, after you spend 30 days, you can look at private deals with the host. It's definitely possible. Sometimes you have to pay cash, but after 30 days, if you're going to stay longer, always try and suss something private with the host for a cheaper deal. Now, more money is saved the more you optimize everything that we spoke about, especially the location, guys. If you have all these things checked off, you end up saving a lot more money on fucking around, ordering Ubers, buying coffees, ordering less food for delivery, these types of things. If you select the right location, you have a good Airbnb, you're not going to be spending money elsewhere as much. You're also going to get more work done, which increases your productivity and therefore increases your income. So super important you get this right, because in the long run, in your stay, it's just going to completely change how you look at the city, how you like and enjoy the city, and not only that, obviously just optimize your whole work schedule. This means that, if you are between a few Airbnbs and one's, $100 or $300 more expensive per month, but it's got, more of what we spoke about in terms of better location and just ticking off the boxes with the, apartment itself that we spoke about. Obviously, it's just a better idea to invest into that Airbnb, because in the long run, you're going to make more money or you're going to save more money, not fucking around. So super important that you go with a better deal and invest more in the Airbnb in that case. Now, as I said, just look at it as an investment, and, obviously it will be worthwhile in the long run. Outside of that, guys, that wraps up the video of how I kind of run through things and how I select my location. I truly believe that if you do optimize this, you do get this right, it'll completely change your experience in a city itself, especially if you're a guy out there that's just mainly chilling and working mostly. But let me know if I've missed anything, let me know your bad experiences in Airbnb or what you personally look out for as well, just to help the people out in the comments. If you have any questions on your end, put it in the comments below. I'll get back to you there. Apart from that, guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be publishing, more videos on, traveling, making money online, those types of things. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.